Am I audible, everyone? Hello. Okay, thank you, Rakhi. Okay, so welcome everyone to your first session, okay, of the subject. Okay, thank you, Rakhi. I just saw your message. Okay, so first of all, very much welcome to all of you to our first session of the ACCA's very important subject, which is known as Business and Technology. Okay, and this subject, as you know, it's basically one of the first subject of ACCA, and in ACCA, basically you have three levels. So knowledge levels, first subject is the business and technology. It's a completely theory subject, guys. Okay, no, it's not like financial accounting, management accounting. It's completely theory. So what we are going to do, okay, uh, before we start discussing, है ना, कि what is this chapter number one, what are all the syllabuses are there, what all chapters are covered. First of all, we will understand this subject. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to give you an introduction of the subject BT. And before I give you introduction of subject BT, let me give you my introduction. So basically, my name is Nishant Katoch, and I'm teaching to the students of financial courses from last 11, 12 plus years. And to the specifically to the ACCA students, I'm teaching from last, I think, 7 years. है ना? And I have taught at all the levels, whether it's knowledge level, skill level, professional level. Okay. Now, if you have anything to ask, okay, with respect to the subject, with respect to the concepts we will be doing, you can ask me through the chat. Now, before we move further and we understand what is this introduction to BT, है ना, and then we'll see first chapter, I would like to ask everyone who are watching right now to me. Okay. First of all, I hope my voice is clear. I hope my picture is also clear to all of you. I mean to say that yes, you can see me. है ना? So you have this chat box, है ना? And anything you want to ask me, and so you can simply put that on the chat box. And if I would like to ask you anything, any question, okay, then you can answer me here. Okay. So I hope everyone. Okay. So before we move further, can everyone just type on the chat box like hi, good evening, something like that, so that I can know that how many of you are currently watching this session live. Yes, just put on the chat box hi, anything, hi, good evening, something like that. I know Ajit is here, Raki is here. Anybody else apart from these two students? Go ahead. Okay. Yes. Please message, guys. Okay. So now we are going to start with the discussion. So first we are going to discuss as you can see, this is the agenda for today. Introduction to the subject. Okay, so no topic, nothing. Let's just focus on the subject business and technology. What is this BT basically is? ठीक है, business and technology क्या होता है? ठीक है, एक बार let's go through that. So, all about BT, that's your subject, business and technology, and what exactly is business and technology. Now, if any of you have any idea, ki what's the syllabus of BT, if you can just summarize in one liner or one word, please give me the answer on the chat box. If you have any idea about what this subject is, what is BT, what exactly is BT according to you guys, what things you are going to learn in this particular subject. Okay, please answer me. I'm waiting. What exactly is business and technology? Anyone? Please share your message on the chat box. Nothing? No idea? There is no message on the chat box yet. Okay, no problem. So I'll tell you, okay, basically what exactly is business and technology subject is. So BT, as the name says, business and technology. So under this subject, we are going to learn about basically about the business environment. है ना? Now businesses, when you run a business, okay, when you run any kind of business, there are certain environments in which your business run. That is known as internal environment and the external environment. So in this subject, I will teach you what is this internal and external environment. है ना? What is this internal and external environment? Now once you learn that, okay, okay, what is this internal and external environment? After that, I am going to uh, teach you about the different stakeholders of the business. In every business organization, there are different types of stakeholders: shareholders, employees, customers, suppliers. Hana. So that is also is part of your syllabus. Very, very interesting. You will learn many theories. You will learn many theories of business management. A very important theory, and I'm sure that you must have not studied these theories earlier also. I will also teach you some economics, yes. Because when we talk about business, we have to understand that what is this demand, what is this supply angle. So yes, in your syllabus, you will find environment, macro environment, then this demand and supply. So you can say that business and technology is basically a mix of business management and economics and a slight hint of technology in that. That's basically and it's very important subject if you really want to understand how business internal processes, internal management, these things works. Okay? So it's very interesting. In spite of being a theory subject, it is interesting, guys. Okay? Now, just a second. So anything you want to ask me before we move further, you can just drop a message on the chat box. Any doubt, anything? Okay. Now let's talk about this subject more. So all about BT. This is the first paper in the ACCA applied knowledge level. So you have your knowledge level, and inside the knowledge level you have three subjects. The one of the subject is business and technology. This is the foundation for later subjects like performance management, skill level, strategic business leader, and audit. है ना? So in these three subjects also, whatever you will study in BT, that's going to help you in these subjects also. But majorly in, I will say, SBL. Okay. Then in this subject, I will teach you about the business environment. Like I said, I will teach you about the different stakeholders, people of the organization, basically employees. Sorry. We will discuss about the concept of governance, and then we will also discuss about the technology. है ना? And technology means we are not going to study AI, all these things. Technology means how does this technology helps the business. That's what I'm going to teach you. So the core purpose of this subject is make students business intelligent, not just accounting knowledgeable. So as a student of finance, everybody expects you that you should be good in this accounting. है ना? I know. But the purpose of this subject is not just to become good in finance or in accounting. You have to be good in the business acumen also. आपको बिजनेस का भी नॉलेज यहाँ पर होना चाहिए. Okay, so this basically makes the students business intelligent. Okay, now let me tell you about the paper structure of this subject BT. It's a 2 hour session. Okay, आपका जो एग्जाम होगा that's going to happen in 2 hours, and it is of total 100 marks, and it is 100% objective questions which you will get in the exam. Okay, so you know already that in the knowledge level all questions are objective type questions. ठीक है, यहाँ पे कोई भी आपको you won't be getting any descriptive type of questions. ऐसे type of questions are not there. Okay, so 2 hours, 100 marks, 100% objective type questions, MCQs, fill the blanks, true, false, match the following, something like that. It's a computer-based exam. All ACCA exams are now computer-based, and no negative marking. Yes, there will be no negative marking. So even if you tick the wrong answer, there is no negative marking. Okay, one question will be of I mean, if you get the MCQ, generally MCQs are asked for 2 marks, and the objective type questions, fill in the blanks, they are asked for 1 mark each. And you will also get one case study. But remember, there will be a case scenario, a scenario based question, but there is no descriptive answer for that. Answer you have to write, fill in the blank, something like that. That we will see once we go into the syllabus more. And yes, in objective type cases, this is where the most students lose marks. So whenever you are going to practice these type of question, pay more attention to these questions. Okay, so this is your paper. Sorry. Okay, so this is your paper structure of business and technology subject. So any doubts, students? Anything you want to ask me? You can just, I hope, can everybody just say something hi, something like that on the chat box so that I can know, yes, you guys are there. Yes, anything? Okay. Now let's talk about some important exam area. Okay. Now what is this important exam area? These are the high weight areas where BT asks most questions. Okay. So, okay. So these are the high weight areas where BT asks most questions. So yeah, it's not your syllabus. These are some important topics in your syllabus. Okay. So yes, number one is corporate governance. Under that, we will study about what is this board, committee, ethics. Then motivation, leadership theories, recruitment, selection, appraisal theories, organizational structure plus culture, business environment, pestle, sort. Okay, these things we are going to discuss. Pestle sort are very important. They are also in the strategic professional level of ACCA under the SBL subject. Digital tech, information systems, that's IAIS, cyber security, internal control system, highly important, and business functions like marketing, finance, HR, operations. So you can see all these topics. Now imagine if you study this subject very well, if you study this subject with whole heart, see the knowledge you are going to get it about the business. So even once you complete your ACCA, है ना, अगर आपको उसका लगता है you want to start something of your own, some business, okay, you will be getting the business, not business idea, business knowledge also, business intelligence also, how to manage the business. Okay, so that's the beauty of this subject, guys. Okay, so yes, it's theory. Sometimes you might feel कि ये थोड़ा boring हो रहा है, but trust me, overall it is very interesting if you are interested in understanding the business environment. Okay, now, okay, so this was about the BT subject, paper structure, some important exam area. Okay, now before we move to my next topic, okay, then we'll start with chapter one. Yes, those who are watching right now, can you guys tell me what's your doubt? Any doubt you have? Abhi tak, if you have any doubt, just put that on the chat box, please. Okay, I have the access of the chat box so I can watch it. Yes, anyone? Any doubts? Anything? Please tell me. I'm waiting. If you have any doubt, nothing. conceptual. Okay, no problem. Now, so this was the introduction of the subject BT. Now, generally what I do whenever I teach this subject, we start with chapter number 1 and then we just go on chapter 2, chapter 3. Okay. Now, what I am going to do this time, I have one case study with me, as you can see here, big basket. With the help of this big basket case study, okay, I will let you know what this subject is about. Not chapter 1 I'm talking about. I'm talking about the entire subject of BT. So this case study of big basket, I hope you have this case study. Have you guys got the notes? Chapter 1 notes plus this case study. Just anyone, one of you just give me a reply on the chat box. Okay. So this big basket case study, okay, we are going to discuss now. It will take like 15 minutes. Okay, and you will have a very good idea with the help of this case study that what this subject is actually about. So as you can see, big basket entered a market dominated by local kirana shop. I hope you all are familiar with this big basket. It's an online store, है ना, from where you can order anything what you want, vegetables, food items, grocery items, electronic items, anything. Okay, clothes. So big basket when they entered into the market, and this market was dominated by local kirana shop. सबको पता ही होगा local kirana shops we all have, है ना? Now, what is this case study? So for that case study, I have a separate PDF, है ना? And there it is. Uh, I hope the PDF is visible, everyone. Yes. I hope the PDF is currently visible. Okay. Now let's see this case study and get a better idea, okay, about this big basket and this subject. So case study, how big basket transformed grocery shopping in India. Just focus and no need to pressurize yourself. Ki I have to understand this case study. No, that's not the purpose of this case study. The purpose is very simple. Just sit back, relax, and go with the flow. Okay, whatever I'm going to teach, okay, just understand it. So, how this big basket transformed the grocery shopping in India. Now, Big Basket is one of India's largest online grocery company. Online is the important word here. Okay, it's an online company, not some kirana store. ठीक है? Now, their success clearly shows how organizations use people, structure, strategy, technology, and internal controls, which are the core pillars of business and technology. So, if you remember when we started this session and I gave you a hint of this subject, I talked about the different type of environment which we are going to discuss, okay, for any business. तो ये जो आपका subject है, okay, we will learn about this subject, the layout of this subject with the help of this case study, with the help of big basket, okay, and the success of big basket with the help of a proper case study जिसमें हम ये देखेंगे कि big basket ने कैसे they manage the people, they manage their structure, they manage their strategies, they manage their technology, their internal controls. And these all things which are highlighted right now, guys, this is business and technology subject. So imagine if you understand these things, then yes, one day nobody knows कि आपका अपना भी एक business हो सकता है. So let's understand one by one these points, everything. So business environment and strategy. So let's understand this business environment and strategy for big basket. द बिग बास्केट ने एक ऐसे मार्केट में एंटर किया था वेयर कंपटीशन इज ह्यूज, वेयर ऑलरेडी नंबर ऑफ स्टोर्स, जनरल किराना स्टोर्स वर ऑलरेडी देयर, है ना. सो many years ago when I used to buy something, I used to go to the grocery shop. There was no big basket, no this Blinkit, no Zepto, no Zomato, no Swiggy, nothing was there, है ना. We need to go out. Okay, if you want to eat something, if you want to buy something, okay. So big basket, imagine, was entering into the market and they were providing online services. So you are sitting at your home and yes, you can order through the app or maybe through the website and it will be delivered to you. Think about the दी क्या बोलते हैं उसको, the confidence those people were having who were sitting in the management of Big Basket, the risk taking capability they had, and see the vision they had, है ना, कि yes, in the future this is going to happen. Okay, and see nowadays everything is online. Okay, so Big Basket entered into a market dominated by local kirana store. They succeeded because they understood the changing environment. They succeeded because they understood the changing environment. Every business organization nowadays, they get success if they don't understand the environment they are entering into, if they don't understand the environment they are already in, they are not going to get any success. Okay, so okay, I hope you are getting it now. So the Big Basket, when they entered into this local kirana store, they have to understand their environment first. कि मैं कहाँ जा रहा हूँ, and then accordingly they have to strategize. Now in this subject, I will teach you about this business environment. I will teach you about the strategies. Once you understand these things, now one day if you open your business, so you will do the same thing. You will try to understand the environment. तो जब तक आप पढ़ोगे नहीं कि ये होता क्या है ना? How you are going to understand what Big Basket did, what anybody else does in business. Okay. So why customers shifted to Big? So Big Basket will ask this question: "Ki okay, we are entering into the market, okay, which is already set market, established market. The question is why customers will shift to the Big Basket? क्यों आएगा customer हमारे पास? Because of the busy urban lifestyle. Customers are very easy in the tier 1 city specifically. They have a busy life. They go office, they come. उसी में उनका आधा से ज़्यादा दिन निकल जाता है. So they prefer if they get their grocery items delivered at home. And nowadays convenience is greater than price. Convenience ज़्यादा important होता है. Lack of product variety in kirana store. Growth in internet and mobile usage. I will say this is one of the most important reason why the online thing is everywhere. अगर इंटरनेट ग्रो नहीं होता, अगर मोबाइल यूसेज ग्रो नहीं होता, okay, so see, understand everything is like connected. If you want to develop something, first develop the infrastructure. If you want to develop the manufacturing capability, or let's say the export of India, first develop the infrastructure, roads, port, airports. आप बना तो लोगे, एक्सपोर्ट कैसे करोगे बाहर? Okay, post-pandemic safety concerns. So yes, these are some reasons which they found out. Ki yes, these are some reasons which are in our favor. So yes, we can go ahead with the Big Basket online store. So how this is linked to your subject? Businesses must analyze their environment and adjust strategy to survive the competition. And you will learn in this subject how they do this. Okay. Second thing is organizational structure. Organization structure basically means how your business is structured, how many functions you have, what type of operations you have. So जैसे big basket है, तो for big basket they have hybrid structure. इनके पास centralized चीज़ें भी हैं, जैसे their warehousing is centralized, procurement is centralized, inventory planning, technology. But there are certain things which are divisional, decentralized also. So suppose in Delhi, okay, now in Delhi they must be having the warehouses near the areas, some sector, some colony, correct? अब ऐसा तो नहीं कि दिल्ली में एक ही warehouse होगा and that's delivering the entire city, not possible. In that case, the delivery will happen in 3-4 days. There is no point, है ना? So yes, they have city hubs, local delivery zones, category managers. So shows centralized plus divisional structure. So that will also I am going to teach you in this subject कि कैसे एक business को structureize किया जाता है. जैसे Big Basket ने अपने आप को structureize किया. We will learn how businesses structureize themselves. So we will learn about the environment. We will learn about the business structure. Then we will learn about the most important resource for any organization, people, you, me, all of us, okay? And how we can keep them motivated, people and motivation. So delivery executives and warehouse workers are the backbone of Big Basket, okay? We all know in case of all this Swiggy, Zomato, delivery executives are the backbone. And yes, the warehouses also, where you actually store your goods. So their motivation system includes obviously fixed salary, incentives, bonus, attendance rewards, daily payout option, flexible shift timing, recognition badges. All these things motivational techniques, motivational theories we will learn in this subject, guys. So this subject will tell you everything about the business, the environment of the business, the structure of the business, whether it's centralized, decentralized, hybrid, okay, people of the organization, how you are going to motivate them. ये सब कुछ हम यहाँ पढ़ने वाले हैं. ठीक है? So you can see, you will learn this theory, Herzberg theory, Herzberg Maslow theory. These are the motivational theories. किसी को मोटिवेट करना है तो क्या थ्योरी आप लगा सकते हैं. ठीक है? Then we will also learn about some technology and MIS, that's Management Information System. So Big Basket is a tech-driven company, obviously, है ना? They have a online store, so tech-driven तो होना ही पड़ेगा. Key technologies which they have used: AI-based demand forecasting, real-time inventory updates, automated picking system, MIS dashboard for every manager, GPS routing for delivery staff, data analytics for promotion and pricing. Okay. It shows how MIS support decisions and improve the efficiency and accuracy. Now, after that, we'll see the internal controls and fraud prevention in our organization. That's Big Basket. See, internal control is very important. You have a huge business, you have so many processes, है ना? तो कुछ तो एक control measure लगाओगे ना. When you go out from your house, आप अलमीरा पे लॉक लगाते हो, आप गेट पे लॉक लगाते हो, है ना? So you have these control measures in place so that there is no theft in the house when you are not there. Correct? Now you have the entire business, guys. Think about it. So many processes are there, so many confidential things are there, and forget the confidentiality. You have so many processes, you want them to perform well each and every time. Otherwise, customer will not be happy. So how you are going to make sure that yes, my process is intact? Internal controls. So yes, there is an entire chapter on internal control, preventing the frauds also. So some important control, जैसे in case of Big Basket, barcode based picking to avoid wrong items. You know, the product we take, उसके पीछे एक black and white strips होती हैं, and then we have a scanner, है ना, and we just extract the details of the product. Okay. So CCTV in warehouse to prevent theft. That's also internal control. Delivery OT to confirm the correct customer. So whenever you get any order, है ना, the guy asks you, "Ki, please give me the OTP." Why they ask you for the OTP? So that they verify that yes, you are the correct customer जिसको ऑर्डर डिलीवर करना था. So all are these internal control. Every organization they have. You must be having internal controls with you right now. When you go school, when you go college, when you go job, when you are at home, there are a number of internal controls you also have in place so that your day goes well. Okay. Automated payment reconciliation, ठीक है. Then corporate governance and ethics in Big Basket. So Big Basket focuses on ethical sourcing. Okay, Big Basket focuses on ethical sourcing, fair pricing, data protection, clear return refund policy, zero tolerance for internal fraud. See, pay attention these things. Big Basket किस पे focus कर रहा है? Ethical sourcing, that we are sourcing our material products from some ethical supplier. Price is fair, data is protected, because when you download any app, you share some data. So that's the responsibility of the supplier, that they are protecting your data. Clear return refund policy, zero tolerance for interest. So all these things are dealt under the corporate governance and ethics. तो इसके बारे में भी आप पढ़ोगे, corporate governance क्या होता है, ethics क्या होता है. ठीक है? So you can see this is case study. ऐसा नहीं, आपको इस case study को दोबारा नहीं पढ़ना है. Don't even open it. I won't ask you कि आपने पढ़ा कि नहीं पढ़ा. The purpose of this case study is why we spent almost half an hour we have spent, and I haven't started any chapter yet. The purpose is very simple, guys. First, understand what you are dealing with right now. So now in your mind, I'm 100% sure, now you have this in your mind, that you are dealing in this subject, business and technology. You will learn about the environment in which business functions, external environment, internal environment. You will learn about the structure of the business, business के कौन-कौन से functions होते हैं, how does a business works, and the people in the business, the employees, okay, how we reward them, how we motivate them. Okay, we will learn about the corporate governance, how the directors of the company, they govern the company. कैसे गवर्न करते हैं, क्या एथिक्स होती है. So that was the purpose of this case study, to give you the head start, to give you an understanding that what you are dealing with in this subject. Now, before we start with our first chapter, everyone, please uh, tell me your doubts. Ajit, Rakhi, or if anybody else is there, feel free and ask your doubts on the chat box. Okay? Any doubts you have, please let me know quickly. No doubts, Rakhi? Okay. Anybody else? ठीक है, no problem. So I'm closing this PDF now. Okay. And now we'll move to the PPT, back to the presentation. So now we are done with the basic thing about the BT. Now this is your first chapter, everyone. I hope it's visible on the screen. Chapter number 1, business organization. Okay. And their stakeholder. So from here, officially now I am starting with your syllabus. Okay. Officially we are starting. So just a minute, give me a second. I need to check something in the recording. Just a second. Sorry. Yes, I hope now my voice is clear. Sorry, by mistake, uh, the mic was muted, but I hope now the voice is clear. So yes, so we are starting with now the chapter number 1, that is business organizations and their stakeholders. ठीक है? Now, business organization and their stakeholder. There are two topics in this chapter. Number 1 is the business organization and number 2 is the stakeholders. ये दो चीजें पढ़नी है. So one by one, first we will understand what is business organizations and then we will see the stakeholder. So what's this business organization? Pay attention everyone. दीज आर वेरी बेसिक टॉपिक्स गाइस. ठीक है, बहुत बेसिक्स हैं, इसमें कोई ऐसी रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. ट्रस्ट मी, एंड आई एम 100% श्योर कि इसमें से बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसी हैं, नॉट एवरीथिंग, जो आपने पहले पढ़ी है. ट्रस्ट मी. ओके. So, wherever it's required, okay, if you think you need more explanation, you can freely ask me, sir, please provide more explanations. And wherever I think that yes, we need to have some case study for discussion, okay, we will have the case studies also. Okay. So, purpose of business organization. किसी भी business organization का क्या purpose होता है? First of all, what is business organization? What is business organization? Okay. Understand, a business organization is a social arrangement that pursues collective goals, controls performance, and has a boundary separating it from the environment. This is the definition of business organization. Okay, I'm not asking you about the companies, private limited, public limited, government companies, sole proprietorship और partnership. ये सब business organizations होते हैं in general speaking. If you talk legal, then you say yes, private limited or public limited or partnership, something like that. I'm asking what is business organization? तो business organization एक social arrangement होता है where the everyone has collective goals, not individual goals. There is a different meaning of these two words. Collective goals means not an individual goal. हर कोई अपना गोल लेके नहीं चलता है यहाँ पे. They have a collective goal as a organization. They control performance so that they can achieve their goal, and there is a boundary separating it from the environment. Yes, every business organization has a boundary, and that boundary separates it, the business, from the external environment. Okay, so yes, so what is a business organization? A business organization, so see, why I'm telling you this definition. If somebody asks you in an interview ki what is business organization and you start saying the definition of company, that's wrong. You're telling them the company definition of company, which is a business organization. But sole proprietor is also business organization, partnership is also business organization. So there has to be a general meaning to these two words, business and organization. Yes, that general, those general words are, it's very simple. Business organization एक ऐसी चीज है, एक जैसा लिखा है सोशल अरेंजमेंट है, ओके, जिसमें बहुत सारे लोग मिलके एक गोल सेट करते हैं, अपनी परफॉर्मेंस को कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश करते हैं ताकि अपने गोल को अचीव कर सके. एंड दिस ग्रुप और दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन social arrangement is separate from the environment. So external environment is different, you are different. That is business organization for you. Okay. Now the features of these business organizations. So the first feature of business organization is goals slash objective. है ना? So see, every organization exists to achieve shared aim. हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कोई एम होता है, कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है जो उसे अचीव करना होता है. एग्जाम्पल, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एप्पल इनकॉर्पोरेशन, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द एप्पल इनकॉर्पोरेशन कंपनी. Okay, they have the goal of profit making and innovation. So if you see the Apple, they are innovating now and then something, है ना? So their aim is profit generation. That's their goal. Every commercial organization has this goal only, and innovation. So what I'm telling you, in case of business organization, the first feature is they have to have some goals, some objectives. Okay, division of work will be there. काम बटा हुआ होगा between the employees managers. People specializes in specific task. You are finance professional, so obviously you will be in the finance department. Somebody is human resource specialized, so they will be in the HR department. Someone is specialized in this social media marketing, so they will be in the marketing department. So according to your specialties, your expertise area, है ना, the work is divided. That's the another feature of business organization. ऐसा नहीं है कोई भी आएगा कहीं भी काम कर लेगा, ठीक है? So yes, so division of work is there. So that's why we have different departments like HR, marketing, finance in any business organization. Performance focus. Constantly strive for improvement. Okay, yes, every business organization, they are focused on their performance, and like Toyota uses Kaizen for efficiency. So I don't know whether you know this or not. Toyota तो सबने सुना होगा, it's a Japanese company and they use this Kaizen. By Kaizen I just recall something, I think I should share it with you. So Kaizen is basically a highly effective technique developed by the Japanese organization, this Toyota, for work related. And this is so famous technique, there are books in that. And let me show you this book. Okay, I bought this like 15-20 days ago. So I hope this is visible on the camera, and it's written Kaizen. Okay, so I'm going to read this, Kaizen by Sarah Harvey. Okay, so what is it? क्या है? अभी नहीं बताऊंगा आपको. Okay, in your syllabus you have particular topic in that. There I will tell you. Okay. So, but yes, it's related to performance, but Kaizen is related to performance. Next feature, formal system and procedure. Yes, every business organization have a formal system and procedure. The policies are documented, whether it's human related policy, work policy, everything is documented. That's what formal system ना. आप school जाते हो, college जाते हो, so there is a formal system there. है ना? There is a system. Okay, at that this time you are going to come to the school. You have to give your attendance. You have 6, 7 sessions to take. You have in between lunch break. You have sports, etc., etc. So there is a system. ऐसा तो नहीं जब मन करे तब आ जाओ. No. Similarly, in the business organizations also there is a system, formal system. For that they have policies ki how this work should be done, okay, how the employees are going to behave, okay, how we are going to sell the product, how we are going to manufacture the product, from which supplier we are going to buy the product, etc., etc. Okay. And input output process, so converting the input into output. So if you talk about, see, if you write about the features of business, you can write 10, 20 features. But let's focus on the main features. तो किसी भी business organization, in any business organization, there has to be some features in place. Okay, there has to be some features in place. And what are those features? Number one feature is every business organization has some goals slash objectives which they have to achieve collectively. There is a division of work, segregation of duties. Okay. Then there is a performance focus. Every organization focuses on how well they are going to perform. They have a formal system and procedures in place. And then they have input and output process. They have process in place कि ऐसे input आएगा and this is how we are going to provide the service or manufacture the final product. So that input output process is defined properly. It's documented. That's These are the features of any normal business organization. So now, before we move further, please tell me your doubts. Have you understood what is business organization and its features, everyone? Yes. Any doubt, anyone? You can just type your doubt in the chat box and I can answer from there. Rakhi, do you have any doubt or so what doubts you have? I mean, Ajit, Rakhi, you can simply put that. Okay, no doubts. Okay. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Done. Let's go to the next topic, and that is why organization exist. Why any organization exist? It's very simple. Organization exists. See, there could be number of answers for this. कि organization क्यों exist करता है? Somebody will say they exist so that they can generate profits. They exist so that they can generate the good amount of revenue. There could be number of answers for this. But I mean, there is no one single answer for this. Okay. So if you look at this example, a smartphone business requires designers, engineers, marketers. Individuals alone can't make or sell iPhones or any other phone. That's why you need organization. I hope you understood the meaning of this line. Very good meaning. Why organization? See, what is organization? Organization is basically group of people who are collectively working towards a common goal. That's organization. But when it becomes profit motive, जिसमें आप खरीद रहे हो, बेच रहे हो, trading कर रहे हो, then it's become the business organization. Okay? The charitable organization. Charity भी तो organization ही होता है ना, but उसमें तो profit नहीं होता. Why don't you call them business charitable organization? Think. Why don't you call them business charitable organization? Because in case of charitable organization, there is no business. They don't do business. They don't buy, sell for profit. I hope you are getting it. So what is organized? Why any organization exists? Why group of people exist? Why they are working? Because in order to convert the input into output, you need designers. In case of mobile phone, है ना? अगर आपको अगर let's say so this is my mobile phone, okay? Now if I have to manufacture this mobile phone, I have money, I have everything. मुझे डिज़ाइनर चाहिए होगा, मुझे इंजीनियर चाहिए होंगे, मुझे मार्केटिंग वाले चाहिए होंगे, सेल्स वाले चाहिए होंगे, आई नीड फाइनेंस पीपल, देन आई कैन मैन्युफैक्चर दिस ना. सो फॉर दैट आई वांट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू एग्जिस्ट. अगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है ही नहीं, ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल्स आर नॉट वर्किंग कलेक्टिवली फॉर द कॉमन गोल, देन हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू डू योर बिजनेस देन. That's why the organization exists. So when you have the organization group of people, they bring specialization, economies of scale, coordination, so that they can achieve the results individuals cannot achieve alone. जो चीज़ आप अकेले नहीं कर सकते वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आपको करके देता है. So that's why the organization exists. Okay, just a second. Okay, I hope this is clear. So what we have understood so far, that what is business organization, what are the features of any business organization, like they should have goals, division of work, performance, formal system, input, output, and why organization exists, so that they can work together to achieve something which you cannot do alone. That's why organization exists. Any doubt so far? Now, how organizations, these are very simple topics. We don't need any case study for this, but don't worry. In the coming topics, in coming chapters, I will be sharing the Excel sheet also with you, जहाँ पे मैं आपको बहुत सारी case studies करवाऊँगा. Okay, we will learn the topics with the help of case studies. Okay, now how organizations differ. So there are different types of organization. जैसे कि on the basis of ownership. Okay, just a second. Okay, so on the basis of ownership, organization is private and public organization. जैसे कि Infosys, Indian Railways. Infosys is not private. Infosys is public organization. Okay, so on the basis of ownership, organization is divided into private versus public organizations. On the basis of control, owner versus manager. Shareholders appoint the professional chief executive officers. ठीक है. एक्टिविटी के बेसिस पे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस होते हैं, सर्विस ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस अलग होते हैं. सो कार इज अ मारुति, आई मीन सॉरी, cars, Maruti is a manufacturing company which manufacture car. Deloitte is a consulting firm. So on the basis of activity, see, I hope you are getting it कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं. How now we know what is business organization. Now there are different types of business organization. If you divide the organization on the basis of ownership, then you have private company, one person company, public limited company, because they have different owners. Okay, on the basis of control, owner control companies, managers control organizations. ठीक है. On the basis of activity, if you divide the organization, manufacturing, service organization, retail organization, wholesalers. Okay. On the basis of profit, profit making companies, non-profit making company. So Red Cross is a charitable organization, HDFC Bank is a profit making entity. Okay. Legal forms, on the basis of legality, you have company versus partnership. है ना. Partnership can be formed without any legality also. Sole proprietorship same. But company is a legal entity separate from its business. Partnership and sole proprietor are not separate from their business in the eyes of law. So Reliance Industries is a legal company. Law firm. See, law firm, if it's sole proprietor partnership, है ना, then it's not a legal entity. It's not separate from the partners and the proprietors. Size, you can have small company, multinational corporation, finance source, shares, loans, grants. Okay, technology, low tech company, high tech company. जैसे कई बार आपने न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ा होगा, it's a high tech company. So you are dividing the companies on the basis of technology they are using. Are they using low technology or high technology? Okay, so handicraft, industry, obviously they use very less technology as compared to an AI company, for example, OpenAI, है ना? Google. So they are high-tech companies. So how organizations can differ? So organization can differ in a different ways. They can differ on the basis of ownership, control, activity, profit, legal form, size, finance source, and the technology. ठीक है? So any doubt in this slide? Any doubt? You can ask in the chat box. Okay, nothing? Chalo. Okay, let's move to the next slide then. Sector of business activity. Okay, sectors of business activity. See, what we have seen is so far is different types of business organization. Now there is sector also. आपने कई बार न्यूज़ में सुना होगा या पेपर में पढ़ा होगा या किसी आर्टिकल में पढ़ा होगा. This company belongs to this sector. जैसे agriculture sector, mining sector, oil sector. So these are some sectors, some area जिसके अंदर अलग अलग कंपनीज आती हैं, अलग अलग बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस आते हैं. So I will tell you about these sectors of business activity. For example, okay, so first column is sector name, then what is its main activity and the example. So agriculture sector, what could be their main activity? Producing and processing the food. And example you can see ITC's agri division. So agriculture is a sector. Manufacturing is a different sector. They turn the raw material into product. For example, Hyundai car plant. Okay, extractives is a sector. Mining, oil extraction companies. So they exploit the natural resources to take out the oil, okay, or any coal, any other stone, something like that. That's a different sector, extractive sector. So see, if you ask me, ki, sir, how these sectors are divided, they are divided on the basis of their activity. So if you are the one who purchase the raw material and convert it into the finished product, you are in the manufacturing sector. If you are the one who is producing some wheat, rice in the farm field or later on processing it, then you are in the agriculture sector. If you are in the if you are the one who is extracting oil from the seabed, or if you are the one who is extracting coal, okay, from the mines, etc., then you are in the extractive industry, sector. Okay, so I hope now you get the idea that how these sectors are divided. They are divided based on their activities. Energy sector. So energy sector like Adani Power, Reliance Power, they all come under the energy sector. So any entity which is producing electricity fuel will come under the energy sector. Retailing slash distribution company which supply goods to consumers. Amazon. Amazon is a retailing sector. They are in the retail sector. Amazon, Big Basket, Flipkart, they all are in the retail sector because Amazon, Blinkit, Flipkart, they are not producing anything. They are simply distributing what is already, so they are procuring it, storing there in the warehouses, and then they are distributing it. That's it. That's what they are doing. So those companies will go into the retailing slash distribution sector. Intellectual production, producing IP like softwares, films. So if you are in this industry, then it's an intellectual sector. Service industry, what I am doing right now, what SSEI doing right now, they are providing you classes for ACCA subject. So they are providing you service like hospitals, like BAMs, banks, like college, coachings. They all provide service, है ना? So they are in the service sector. IT sector, like TCS, Google, they are in the IT sector. They provide hardware, software, network services. So these are the sectors of business activity. There could be other sectors also. फिशरी जैसे फिशरी बिजनेस होता है तो उसका एक अलग सेक्टर है. है ना? तो there could be other sectors also, but these are the some main sectors. We have agriculture sector, manufacturing, extractive, energy, retailing slash distribution, intellectual production sector, service industry, information technology. ठीक है? Now any doubt so far? कुछ पूछना है? Anything you want to ask me? Feel free to ask. Nothing? Chalo. We'll move to the next slide then. Types of business organization. So there are different types of business organization. You have commercial organizations which are known as profit driven, है ना? जैसे कि Amazon is what? Commercial organization. Okay, Netflix is what? Commercial organization. See the companies around you, they all are commercial organizations. So any organization which is profit driven, whose motive is the profit, is the commercial organization. Not for profit organizations are like NGOs, charities, they are non-profit organization. Public sector which are government owned, जैसे Indian Railways, okay, post offices, okay, and charities, trade. So I hope you got the idea, the types of business organization. Simple. Now let's understand the difference between profit versus not for profit differences. Difference between profit and non-profit organizations. Now the three columns are, this is the area of difference, this is for profit oriented, and this is for not for profit oriented. Now the goal of profit oriented business is maximizing the shareholder wealth. Who are the shareholders? Shareholders are the one who has invested their money in the company. What they want in return? They want profit. That's it. So what should be the aim? What should be the goal of any profit oriented business? To maximize the shareholders wealth. जिसने पैसा दिया है उसके पैसे को मैक्सिमाइज करना है by giving them profits. So maximizing the shareholder wealth or by increasing the profits, etc. These are the goal for profit oriented. Now what could be the goal for not for profit organization? Provide goods slash services efficiently. So their goal could be providing goods services efficiently. ठीक है, इनका काम क्या होता है कि गुड्स और सर्विसेज को अच्छी तरीके से प्रोवाइड किया जाए, चाहे उसमें नुकसान ही क्यों ना हो जाए. दे डोंट हैव प्रॉफिट और मैक्सिमाइजिंग द शेयर होल्डर वेल्थ एज देयर एम. ओके, फंडिंग. Okay, so profit oriented entities, they get their funding from where they get the money basically. So they get money from their sales, from the investment, by issuing the shares, by issuing the debentures, by taking the loan. And how these non-profit organizations, they get money? Donations, government grants, subsidies, etc. Stakeholders. So in case of profit oriented, shareholders are the main stakeholder, but yes, there are other stakeholders also, like employees, suppliers, customers, bank, they all are the stakeholders. In case of non-profit organization, beneficiaries, so donors are the one who are donating the money, and beneficiaries are the one who are going to benefit from that funds. तो सपोज करिए एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो एक चैरिटेबल स्कूल चलाता है, एक चैरिटेबल स्कूल चलाता है. So, and let's say I have donated, let's say 10 lakh rupees to that charitable organization. So I am the donor, I have given you the money. So yes, I am your stakeholder. I am interested in knowing what you are doing with my money. Now, beneficiaries are the students. है ना? So yes, in case of non-profit organization, there are other stakeholders also, but the main two are beneficiaries who are going to benefit from the money you have, and the donors who are providing you the money. How we measure the performance for profit-oriented organizations? On the basis of their profitability, and in case of NPO, value for money. So ये सब don't worry, we'll discuss in detail also in coming chapters. Technology use, in case of profit-oriented, competitive advantage, efficiency and output. Understand, it's not about कि कौन सा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कितनी टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करता है. इट्स अबाउट कि why do they use technology. So profit oriented organization, they use technology so that they can get the competitive advantage, so that they can manufacture their products or provide their services in a cheaper cost with the cheaper selling price, है ना? तो आप ज़्यादा मार्केट में, that's their purpose of using the technology कि yes, bring the new technology. Why? So that we can manufacture this thing at a lower price, at a lower cost. But in case of non-profit organization, their purpose of using the technology is efficiency and outreach. They want to be more efficiency in what they are doing. So if it's a school, if it's a charitable school, तो अगर वो टेक्नोलॉजी यूज कर रहे हैं जैसे ऑनलाइन क्लासेस के लिए या जो इलेक्ट्रिक सॉरी डिजिटल बोर्ड्स आते हैं वो यूज कर रहे हैं, व्हाई? So that they can reach their services, can get reach to the more people. There is no profit motive here, there is no competitive advantage. The use of technology is different. Okay, so these are some main differences between any profit and non-profit organization. So based on their goals, their funding, stakeholders, performance measure and technology use. Okay. Just a second, guys. Okay. Okay. So now the next topic we have is yes, public sector organizations. So what are these public sector organizations? Okay, any doubts you have? Just put it on the chat box if you have any doubts. Yes, any doubt, anyone? Okay. Just give me a minute, okay? Just a minute. Uh, this is done. Just a second, no? Sorry. Is it okay now? Sorry, actually I forget to unmute my mic again. Am I audible now? Is it fine now? Okay. Really sorry. Actually, I muted my mic, then I forget to unmute it. Okay. So public sector organizations. So what are these public sector organizations? Let's focus on the screen now. These are those organizations which are owned slash controlled by government. Now, it could be a local government like state government, or it could be the national government. है ना? So, what are these public sector organizations? These are owned and controlled by the government. Now, they are funded through what? Taxation. है ना? जो आपके जैसे इंडियन रेलवेज है फॉर एग्जांपल, इट्स अ गवर्नमेंट कंपनी, पब्लिक सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो हाउ दे आर फंडेड? सो वट एवर टैक्सेस वी पे, गवर्नमेंट कलेक्ट्स इट एंड देन दे यूज इट फॉर देयर कॉर्पोरेशंस, है ना? सो टैक्सेशन इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट funding for public sector organization. Their focus is service, not profit. So Indian Railways, their focus is what? To provide better services. है ना? Their motive is not generating profit. Okay. So example, Indian Railways, AIMS Hospital. I hope you must have heard about the AIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences. That's the formula. Full form of AIMS. So AIMS is a government hospital. So their focus is on service. That's why when you go to AIMS, the fees is very less as compared to. So agar in case of private hospital, let's assume something is 10,000 rupees. वो AIMS में अगर आप जाओगे तो शायद 1,000 या 1,500 रुपए में it will be done. But yes, due to the very less prices, the rush is very much there. You have to sit on, I mean, for days sometimes. You have to stand in a queue line for your number. Okay. Anyways, so public sector organizations are owned slash controlled by the government. They are funded through the taxation, and their focus is service. Their focus is not profit motive. Now, what are the advantages of this public sector organization? Number one is the public accountability, social focus. That's their main advantage. They are accountable to the public. They work for the public. They work for the services to the public, and they have social focus. Disadvantages: bureaucracy, less innovation. Yes, in case of जैसे अगर आप इंडियन रेलवेज की बात करें तो इफ यू कंपेयर द ट्रेन्स इन इंडियन रेलवेज with the trains in other countries, you will find the drastic difference. But yes, from last few years, the things are changing. We have some modern trains now. We are also developing the bullet train. Okay, from Mumbai to Ahmedabad, the first bullet train will come very soon. So yes, we are also innovating things. Not innovating, I will say. They are these things. I mean, in Japan, China, the bullet train runs, I think, in the 1970s or 80s. So we are very many years behind in this thing. Anyways, so public sector organization, they have bureaucracy. There is chain of command. Okay, it's a government organization. So if they have to implement something, it's a long process. Okay, and yes, less innovation. So these are some very important basic points about the public sector organization. Let's talk about the other organization. That's limited liability companies. Okay. सो व्हाट इज दिस लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी कंपनी मीन्स? ओके, तो देखो दो तरह की कंपनीज होती हैं. वन इज प्राइवेट लिमिटेड एंड अनदर इज पब्लिक लिमिटेड. So private limited will write X limited. I mean, whatever is the name of the company, and in front of that private limited will be written. Public limited will write this PLC. ओके, तो बहुत सारे जब आप आगे अभी क्वेश्चंस करोगे, बुक्स में देखोगे ना, तो आपको क्वेश्चन में PLC लिखा दिखाई देगा. सो PLC बेसिकली मीन्स द पब्लिक लिमिटेड कंपनी. Okay, so in case of private limited, okay, and in case of private limited, these are owned by few and shares not public. Yes, okay, in case of private limited company, the owners are few. बहुत ज़्यादा ओनर नहीं होते. जैसे पब्लिक लिमिटेड कंपनी में दे शेयर्स आर लिस्टेड ऑन द स्टॉक एक्सचेंज, तो दे हैव नंबर ऑफ ओनर्स. बहुत सारे ओनर्स होते हैं बिकॉज पब्लिक इज द ओनर. सो शेयर्स ट्रेडेड स्टॉक एक्सचेंज. सो रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री इज अ पब्लिक लिमिटेड कंपनी. इन्फोसिस ये रॉन्ग है एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे. सो यू कैन थिंक ऑफ एनी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी. ठीक है, इट हैज़ वेरी फ्यू ओनर्स हु हैज़ इन्वेस्टेड मनी एंड देयर शेयर्स आर नॉट पब्लिक. Yes, shares are there. Shares are there both in case of private and public limited. But in case of private limited, very few owners are there. In case of public limited, owners can be any number. You can't even imagine. Okay. Advantages of this limited liability company: easier capital raising, ownership, management separation, and limited liability. Yes, in case of limited companies, one of the most important advantages this limited liability. So suppose if I am the owner of one of the company which is a private, suppose करो मैं India में जैसे if you want to register a private limited company, there has to be at least two directors. And let's say I am one of the director of the company, I am the owner of the company. तो मेरी जो liability है that is limited only to the extent of money I have invested in the business. सो कल को अगर बिजनेस नहीं चला, कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गई, वी हैव टेकन सम लोन फ्रॉम द बैंक, फ्रॉम द सप्लायर, सो आई एम नॉट पर्सनली रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर इट एट ऑल. Okay. And disadvantages, more regulation. Yes, regulations will be there, disclosures will be there. Disclosure, I will say, in case of public companies, the disclosure is more. In case of public companies, the disclosures are more as compared to private. And privacy loss is there. कॉस्टली कंप्लाइंस, यस, आपको कंप्लाइंस कंपनीज के केस में लॉट सो मैनी एंड इन केस ऑफ पब्लिक लिमिटेड सो मैनी कंप्लाइंसेज आर देयर बिकॉज यू हैव रेज फंड्स फ्रॉम द जनरल पब्लिक, you are using their money. So that's why government is very strict as far as compliance is clear. Audit is one of the compliance which is quite costly. Okay. So anything you want to ask me guys on this topic before we move to the next one? And by the way, are you guys able to understand what I mean? Because it's almost 1 hour 15 minutes. So are you guys getting the topics, the concepts? Just please tell me quickly. Is the speed is fine and or anything else? If there's any issue, any concern, please tell me right away. Okay. Ajit? Okay. So let's go to the next example now. So चलिए, we'll go through this example. Okay. And Florence Nightingale, Florence Nightingale runs a successful and growing small business as a sole trader. So what Florence Nightingale runs, they are running a successful and growing small business as a sole trader. They are sole trader. She wishes to expand the business and has acquired Scutri Limited. So Florence Nightingale चाहते हैं कि they expand their business, so they have acquired Scutri Limited, okay, which is a small private limited company in the same line. After the acquisition, she runs the two businesses. ध्यान से देखिएगा. So once she acquired this Scutri Limited, which is a small private limited company, after this acquisition, she runs two businesses now as if they were one operation. वो दो business she is running, two businesses. One is this Florence Nightingale and another one is Scutari Limited, making no distinction between them. मतलब उसने दोनों businesses को mix कर दिया है guys. First one is a sole trading operation, Florence Nightingale, and second one which she has acquired is a private limited company. Now the question is, what is the legal form of business she is running? जो business वो run कर रही है after the acquisition, what is the legal form of that business? Can anyone tell me? Yes, I would like to have some answers here. What is the legal form of the business she is running? Okay, private. ठीक है, good answer. After the acquisition, see, she has acquired a private limited company. Okay, she has acquired a private limited company. So this sole trader, and see, she has mixed the Florence Nightingale, जो भी उनका sole trade, जो भी उनका business operation था, that and this new business which she has acquired, she has mixed it. There is a line ना कि the two businesses as they were one operation. वो दोनों business को एक operation की तरह run कर रही है. And what is that operation? A private limited company. So the legal form is the private limited company. Okay, great. Now, The next topic is okay, so this was about the companies, public sector organization, profit versus non-profit difference. Now let's talk about some cooperative societies, mutual associations, okay? And after these two topics, let me tell you one more thing. एक बार फिर से, see the chapter name. So this chapter is divided into two parts. One is business organization, and second is their stakeholders. Business organization and stakeholder. So now we are about to finish the business organization. So what क्या होता है business organization, what their features are, what are the types of business organizations we have, and once that is finished, then I will teach you about the stakeholders. So if the time is there, we have some time left. So let's see. But this chapter is more. If you look at the stakeholder topics, काफ़ी सारी थ्योरीज है इसके अंदर. इट विल टेक अ सेपरेट क्लास फॉर एंड इसके अलावा आई हैव टू डिस्कस सम केस स्टडीज आल्सो विथ यू बट नॉट टुडे. दैट विल डिस्कस इन टुमारो सेशन. Okay, so now let's focus on what are these cooperative societies, okay, and mutual association. So organizations owned and controlled by their members, usually workers or customers, who share profits and decision making. ठीक है, एक मिनट ना, just a second. I hope the Excel sheet is visible. Filling the blanks. Okay, before, sorry, we go into that, there are some cases, fill in the blanks, which I want to solve with you guys. Okay, और फिर उसके बाद we'll come to that point. I forget about this. Okay, and this Excel sheet you are looking right now, this will be provided to you, but once the first chapter is over. So when I finish with the first chapter, then you will get this sheet. Okay. Now, see the first case, and answers are already there. Look at this question. Anita owns a successful bakery as a sole trader. ठीक है? So she has a successful bakery. It's a sole trader organization. To expand into other cities, she joins with two friends and form Sweet Rice Food Limited, which is sorry. Yes, she joins with the she wanted to expand her business, so she joins with the two friends and forms Sweet Rice Foods Limited, जो कि एक private company है. ठीक है? Now soon they decided to list the company on the stock exchange to raise $5 lakh for new outlets. So first it was a sole trader, then it becomes a private company, and now they are in the verge of making it. It's a listed company on the stock exchange. Fill in the blanks. When Anita formed Sweet Rice Food Limited with friends, which is a private company, it became a private company where shares cannot be offered to the public. So answers it also this word basically private was the fill in the blanks. Second point. After listing, it was converted into which company? Public company, whose shares are freely traded on the stock exchange. The main advantage of this change is the ability to raise more capital while maintaining limited liability for owner. This was the important point. Okay, so why someone will convert a private limited company? Tell me, guys. You guys answer it. Why somebody will convert a private limited company into a public limited? What could be the main reason? The main reason is money, funding. Now they need more funds. In case of private limited, the owners are few. तो वो जो few लोग हैं वो एक हद तक ही पैसा लगा सकते हैं ना. So if you need more funds, you have to go to the public by issuing shares. So yes, large and equity capital. Basically, you need more funds, more money. Okay. Now, the Ministry of Health launches a Care for All hospital. ठीक है? A chain of facilities operated and funded by the government to provide affordable health care across rural India. ठीक है? So you can see यहाँ पे it's a public sector organization because Ministry of Health has launches it. Care for All hospital. and operated and funded by government to provide affordable health care. The first question is, Care for All Hospital represents what type of organization? Public sector organization. And as it is owned and controlled by the government. Its operations are funded through taxation. ये मैंने बताया था public sector organization का. See, think about it. How government is going to fund this organization? This Care for All Hospital, through the taxation, through the money which they are getting from the taxation. That's what they are going to use it, na? That's what they are going to use. It's as simple as that. Okay. One key advantage of such organization is their public social accountability. With और disadvantage क्या होता है इसका? आपको पता होगा, bureaucratic inefficiency. ये सब हमने पढ़ा हुआ है. ठीक है? So I hope any doubts, anything? Yes, anyone? Please tell me if there is any doubt. These are some case study. We'll do that not today, but I think एक case study हमें आज ही करनी पड़ेगी. ठीक है. We'll see that. Any doubt? Now we'll back to our presentation. Okay. Cooperative societies and mutual associations. Now, organizations owned and controlled by their members, usually workers or customer who share profits and decision making. So understand, what is this cooperative society? I'm not sure कि you guys have heard about this cooperative society or not. ठीक है? So that's what we are going to understand. The cooperative societies are basically a form of business organization. They also do business, but not like a normal business कि आपने supplier से खरीदा और बाहर customer को बेच दी चीजें. नहीं, यहाँ पे things work little different. In case of cooperative societies, the employees are also, the workers are also the customers most of the time. So what people did, people thought कि यार instead of, I mean, they are facing some problem. ठीक है, तो एक काम करते हैं, हम सब मिलके एक सोसाइटी बना लेते हैं, हम ही काम करेंगे, हम ही उसका आउटपुट यूज करेंगे. That's what cooperative society is. So organizations which are owned and controlled by their members, usually workers or customers who share profits and decision making. So some features of this cooperative society, they have open membership. Anyone meeting the criteria can join. So anyone can join. So suppose you have, for example, the societies we live in, Hana, they also form what this cooperative society. IRWA, Indian Railways, some I forget the name. It's a cooperative society. Housing cooperative societies are there. So all the people who are living in that particular society, है ना, वो क्या करते हैं, मिलके एक सोसाइटी फॉर्म करते हैं, पैसे लेते हैं सोसाइटी के मेंबर से. See, I'll give you a very perfect example to understand. So suppose there is a society. एक मिनट ना, sorry. Suppose there is a society in Delhi. This is the society. Now this society has total 100 people living here. 100 लोग रहते हैं सोसाइटी में in different buildings. Now all these people, they formed a society जिसको हम बोलते हैं cooperative society. Now what they will do? Okay, who can become the member of this cooperative society? Only the one who is part of this society. So anyone meeting the criteria. So what's the criteria? Do you live in this society? Do you have house in this society? Yes. Then yes, you can become the member of this cooperative society. Okay, one thing is clear. Now what they will do, suppose a festival is coming. Let's say some festival is coming. They decided that we will celebrate the festival in the society itself. There will be some food items, snacks, DJ party, and some competitions we will held for the kids also. For this we need funds. Who is going to give funds? These people. So they are giving the funds. Who is giving the fund? The one who are the members of the cooperative society. And who is going to use the fund? Same people. उन्हीं के लिए तो festival enjoy हो रहा है ना. So in case of cooperative societies, the workers, the customers, they are generally same parties. Okay. So okay, in case of second feature, democratic control. One member, one vote, not based on shareholding. ठीक है, जैसे मान लीजिए मैं किसी कंपनी के मेरे पास शेयर्स हैं, 100 शेयर हैं. So that means I have 100 votes. But in case of cooperative society, one member, one vote. There is no share concept here. Profit sharing, any surplus distributed in proportion to members' purchases. ओके सो जो भी प्रॉफिट बचा लास्ट में जो भी सब कुछ डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने के बाद यूज करने के बाद दैट विल बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड अमंग द मेंबर्स ओनली educational role, it promote awareness and participation among the members. Social goal, focus on community benefit, not just profit. So their aim is to benefit the community, not this profit is not the only benefit they have. So that's are the feature of the cooperative societies we have here. Okay. Now what are these mutual associations? Okay. So don't worry, tomorrow class is 6:30 p.m. I hope you know the time for Thursday. It's 6:30, not 8. So we will discuss about this mutual associations with the help of case study. But right now also I will quickly go through one or two points about mutual association. So mutual association exists for mutual benefit of the members. Acha, before I close today's session, please go through whatever we have studied today in this presentation. Okay, because tomorrow कुछ case studies हैं which I will be so these are the topics I will discuss again with the help of case study. So whatever we have discussed, same thing will come there, but it will be more practical case. So your understanding will be very good. So please at least do a very quick reading of this PPT. Hana, at least give like 5 to, I mean not 5-10 minutes is too less. At least give half an hour. Okay. Mutual associations. So mutual association exists for the mutual benefit of members like building societies, credit unions. they एक तरह से cooperative society जैसा ही होता है. Members are both owners and customers. Profits are retained or returned to the members. No external shareholders. But don't worry, tomorrow I will give you the distinction or the difference between the cooperative societies and mutual associations also. So that's it guys. This was the first part of your chapter business organization. The second part is stakeholder. But this is not over the first part. अभी तो मैंने सिर्फ आपको एक overview दिया है about these different things. Now we'll see some cases. With the help of cases, we will repeat these things, but it will be very interesting. You will have a very good idea. We'll solve some questions also. So tomorrow we'll continue with the case studies. Then we'll see this these stakeholders, very important topics. Okay, stakeholder, and let's see if this chapter gets over. But I doubt tomorrow it won't be over. Okay. So yes, everyone, all okay? Any issues, any doubts you have, please put on the chat box if you have any doubts. Nothing? Chalo. ठीक है. So thank you very much and good night. Take care. See you tomorrow.